Hello, hello. My name is Terengineer. Sorry guys, yesterday I'm going to the Taipei hospital and to study for the secret here, and now there's something in my head gets so hurt, so I'm putting this one because this is the problem is showing up here. If you put it down, the hurt is very high. So then this one you need to put in this. So my feet I can't stand it up. Sorry guys. So don't forget for the donation is linking below for the dispenser here. So I need more money for the sugar's money and the hospital's money in here, another here. So there's one tune for the how to 2000 booty PC.
So a few years ago, TC, our managing editor, built a gaming desktop, but it's kind of out of date and it's definitely not going to hold up for Battlefield 5. So let's build a new one. You can build a gaming desktop for around $1,000, but I want to go all out, so I spent around $2,000. PC like this is going to be able to play most games at ultra settings. So what do you need to build a desktop? Well, of course, first you need a table.
Well, first you need table. So first, if you're putting the PC, first you need table. Secondly, you need the hands in here. So third, you need for the do something.
Preferably not metal. If it's going to be metal, have an anti-static working surface layered on top of it, a thermal paste applicator, an Allen wrench.
We never use for the Allen wrench because we use for the screwdriver, small screwdriver, and the big screwdriver, and then for this building the PC. So we didn't use for Allen wrench.
Some tweezers to tighten up.
Wait. Pass applicator. Somebody use it and somebody didn't use it. Think about it.
The wires, a Swiss.
Wait. Do you say the tweeters? It's a lead type. What you call it tweeters? What? What you call it tweeters? What the fuck is called tweeters? It's called a T-list type, okay?
Army knife, which hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
Okay, so screwdriver hopefully has been the screwdriver. Swiss Army knife will hopefully use a screwdriver and enjoy that. Well, let's keep watching.
And last but not least, an anti-static bracelet, which is to protect you and the parts. These are the parts you're going to need, but more importantly, before we get there, we need to understand what these parts are doing and how they interact with one another. We have a lot of boxes and a lot of PC parts, so it's best if you unbox them, isolate the parts.
Wait, hold on. T-minus 5 seconds.
We have a lot of boxes and a lot of PC parts, so it's best if you unbox them, isolate the parts.
Wait. Did you destroy the box? Did you use the knife? Why did you destroy the box? What the fuck?
Parts that you really need, place items into the case and make sure that they all fit. And screw in with confidence, but also don't screw in too hard, otherwise you could crack the board. I chose Asus's Z370 motherboard for two main reasons. One, it has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also it has support for...
Wait, hold on guys. He installed the motherboard. Why he didn't install the CPU? But we know first installing in the CPU. Secondly, install the CPU core or memory. So sometimes if you have a M2 SSD, it's putting for the motherboard supposedly. So enjoy. Then don't tell this guy. This guy is very bad. He's supposed to install for the motherboard. Holy fuck.
NVMe SSDs, meaning you can get really fast SSDs that are really easy to install. Pay close attention to the brace that goes at the back of the computer.
No, wait. What is that the brace at the back of the final here? It's called for the IO shield. It's the IO shield. It's not the brace. It's the IO shield. Okay? Think about it will bleed.
You always have to make sure that you really hammer it in, because there's no screw. It really just has to go outside of the case and clasp onto the frame. And this is very important because otherwise you can't align the motherboard correctly with the holes. We're just going to start installing all 8 screws. So next we're going to install the RAM on the motherboard. I chose Corsair's 16GB Vengeance LED RAM for 2 main reasons. One, it has LEDs and we do like lights in our gaming desktops. Secondly, it's pretty fast RAM. It's 2666 megahertz, I believe.
2666 megahertz is not very fast. It's only a higher megahertz you can very fast for the RAM. So 2666 is not very fast for the memory. It's not that fast. The DDR4 is not fast. The DDR3 is very fast. Okay?
Believe so. It's pretty fast, and this motherboard supports that speed, which is most important. Open the slots first and just allow.
He opened them for the memory. Holy fuck.
Aligning the stick with the middle of the
Oh, it's all this right here. It's putting the wrong way for the memory.
strip, not with the end, and just lining that up.
Look at the way.
So once you hear that solid clasp and you don't see the gold connectors on the side anymore, that's when you know the RAM
Yeah, let the colorway. That's the wrong way. The logo is here.
is in. Step 3, we're going
Whoa, hold on. This memory is side by side here. What? Don't do that, guys. It's only the memory here. It's only two and 4 the holes here. Don't put this one.
going to install the hard drive, or in this case, the NVMe SSD. I chose this format of solid state drive so that I could input it into the motherboard without having to worry about extra wires or putting it in a separate part of the case. Okay, so step 4, we're going to install the graphics card. I chose PNY's GTX 1080, which is overclocked, and so it's a pretty easy installation. You're just going to find the gold connectors, and you're going to line this bracket with the back end bracket of your PC case. Now, which lane you choose depends entirely on what other parts you're going to put in the system. I'm just going to pick the top one because the SSD is at the bottom and I don't want to cover it. I just think it looks nice. Click down. I chose Corsair's 850 watt power supply because I need enough headroom for ray tracing GPUs when they come out, and I don't want to have to upgrade it again. So all you have to do is take the brick and make sure that you align it with these little insulating pads so that the power supply doesn't short circuit and come into contact with the rest of the system.
No. That's not the short connected for the system here. The power supply is fucking damaged. That's not for the cables for short connected here. So that's not the short connected here. And god damn it. Fuck.
So just take it in, slide it in nice and easy.
Look, it's putting the power supply here. The fence is outside. Why are you putting it inside? You're putting the power supply fence inside. You're burning the fire. God damn it! Holy shit! You're putting the fence inside. Don't get the fire. Is that happening? But hold on, it's not putting the cable here. Look.
Till you have a snug fit, and then shift it to the back and make sure it's right up against the frame. Now you just take the required screws and you tighten and screw in. So next step, we're going to install the CPU core. In this case, it's going to go on the top end of the case, and we're just going to have the hose hang out for a little while until we install the processor, which is going to come a little later. Always be sure to try to...
Wait, hold on. He's pulling there. He didn't pull the fence. Holy shit. Well, CPU core, how do you fucking steal the fucking damage? I think the CPU is too hard. It's been for multiple and just out to turn off the PC. Yeah.
Place it in the system first before you install it, because you can see it takes up a lot of space. But in this case, no pun intended, it fits in perfectly, and we're gonna start screwing it in. And so there's nothing special about this screwing in process. They're just really long screws.
No, 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 no. Why you using the long screw? Use the small, the long screw. God damn it. When you use the long screw is used for fans. The short screws is for doing something. It's very short screws the motherboard. Okay? The long screw is the fans.
Because they go through the entire frame of the cooler, and they take forever.
Oh my god.
So next up, cables. Every power supply is going to come with a big
God,
bag
don't delay
of
before
Velcro
the power
cables.
supply
It's
when you
kind of daunting
install
at
before
first, so you always have to
just
find the
putting the
ones that are
cable.
going to fit. In this case, you need to match those cables with the correct descriptions on the power supply. We're installing the CPU, the heart,
Wait, hang on.
anything else really.
It's not install the CPU. I told you then first install the CPU. Secondly, for the memory and the CPU cooler. Thirdly, for M2 SSD. If you have M2 SSD,
Installing the CPU, the heart of the computer or the brain, depending on how you look at it. So to do this, we're just going to remove the plastic covering that they put on the motherboard. We're just going to take this little plastic part out.
No,
Toss that.
no, plastic, no, don't put on the plastic out. So you need to install the CPU plane and it's auto to shut out. God damn it! Even the CPU socket is being damaged, your motherboard has been destroyed. God damn it! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Out of here. And now we have an exposed CPU holder, or rather slot, on the motherboard. And we're going to use the CPU applicator.
We didn't see the CPU activator. Also, fuck me. Did anyone use the CPU applicator? We no one used for CPU applicator. What the fuck is this? God damn it. So guys, you don't need that.
This is a special little part that not everyone may get, but this motherboard that we got from ASUS definitely does have. It's called a CPU installation tool. It makes it really useful if you want to install a Core i7 hexa-core CPU. Yeah, we've got one, and it's an 8th generation chip, and it's ready to go, and it supports overclocking. So what having this little installer does for you is it's basically a brace that you can apply right to the CPU and light it up with the triangles that you'll see on the bottom left corners. And this will make it easier for us to apply it to the motherboard and then apply thermal paste and then apply a CPU cooler on top. And we're just going to carefully lean it down into the system and make sure that everything lines up, and we're going to clasp down on it and we'll be good.
The CPU applicator is here. So we put in the CPU applicator, the CPU applicator is over here. There's fuck.
To go. So we're about to apply thermal paste to the CPU. Every CPU cooler actually comes with a bit of thermal paste already neatly applied in a circle around it, but it's usually not enough. It's good, essentially PC building practice to have a little bit extra and layer it on top of the CPU.
No, what are you doing?
The final
You draw is too much. It looks so fucking idiot. Oh no.
portion is to add the CPU cooler to the top end of the processor. So you're going to see that there are 4
Oh my god. Holy shit, it's totally too much. Fuck.
brackets, or rather like screws in here with brackets and holders right here. And they're going to keep the cooler raised off the processor, but it's also going to be close enough to actually physically come in contact with it, like basically keep it cool. Take thumb screws like this and just screw them on. So now that our internals are done, we're going to put all the panels back on, which is the top glass, side glass, front glass, and of course the back panel where all of this fun stuff is happening. So we've...
Wait, hang on. Oh my god, the carbon is not clean. What the fuck? Look at that. So here the fence is over there. Oh good. Nice try, man. Oh my god. What is this? Oh fuck.
fully built the PC, everything's put together, and
And here the last one screw. Holy shit.
And we got to the post screen.
No
so
way.
What's next?
Post
Well,
screen.
you need a USB flash. And of course now we also have a computer to test and benchmark games here at The Verge.
The words I dislike your videos. It's presented by Carbon One? What? Holy shit. Oh my god, no way. Oh god. Okay guys, this video is how not booting a $2,000 gaming PC. Holy shit. Oh fuck. This is still the PC is fucking warm. This is fucking no way. What is this happening? Oh god. Damn it. So then guys, this is it. Okay, so thanks for watching everyone. Hope you enjoyed guys this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, give it a like and comment. But as always, I will see you in the next videos. Bye bye.